Hello guys. All right. Uh, I want to talk about what was it about? Control statements in C. So, what are control statements? Examples of control statements and how they are used. So, control statements they are used to alter the flow of the program. So, they are used to specify the order in which statements can be executed. They are commonly used to define how control is transferred from one part of the program to another. So in C, we have the statements like if else, you have switch, you have loops. In the loops, we have for loop, while loop, do while. Those are the major control statements in C. So there's something there in this control statement. Something else comes along with them. Compound statement. And this is a block of statement grouped together using braces. For example, let's create a program. Let me create a folder here. Let me call it control statements. And in this folder, let me create. You want a program to do what? Check the greatest of two numbers. Yeah, so let me say the program is largest of two. Let's see. Good. So we start our play processor, include stdio standard input output .h. Then our function, our main function is of type integer, meaning that it will return an integer value, and in our case return 0. This means if everything else goes fine as our code does, return 0. So we need two variables. So let me call number 1, number 2. Okay, in this one, let me comment here. A program to print the largest number. So let's prompt the user to enter two numbers. So enter 2 digits. This our digits is of type integer. Scan F, sorry. So we are going to scan a D there and another D. Then num1, num2. Okay, this line here, line number 8, means we are scanning two integers, and these two integers, the first integer, this one, we are going to, when you declare variables here, of type integer, then we are given a location, a memory location, or an address. So when we scan here, we are saying that this address which has been located for num1, we want it to have this value to go to that address, so that whenever we call that variable num1, it gives us what is found in that address. So that's why we are using this operand ampersand. So I hope that is alright. Then let's start our codation. In this case, we are using the if statement. Else, which is else. So let's check if num1 is greater than num2. Then do this: printf num1 %d is the greatest. And num1. In this line, we are formatting the string. This %d we are formatting because printf is used to print whatever is inside it to the console. So we are formatting this one. We are saying this %d, replace it with this value, whatever value is in this number. So else, if that is not the greatest number, else printf, let me just copy this and paste it and replace this num1 num2. We were talking about control compound statement. A compound statement, for example, there are multiple lines or a block of statement grouped together using braces. That is what is called a compound statement, and all statements are executed sequentially. They are also known as a block. Like from this point up to this point is a compound. It's a block. It has some statements and they are executed sequentially, meaning we started declaring, then we get our user prompt, enter 2 digits, we enter 2 digits, then it checks which is greater, it prints. So that is a compound statement. So let's save our program and let's run it. I'm using terminal. I'm using Visual Code Editor. This is not an IDE. It's a text editor, but it has some cool features such as extensions. It is in. So I'm going to hard code to compile it. So GCC output, I want to call it largest of 2. Then the file that I'm compiling is largest of 2. Largest. Okay, let me go to control, that folder, control statements, then let me compile it there. So output largest of 2, then the file compiling largest of 2. If everything goes fine, we get no error. There's no error. Good, there's no error. So let's run our program. Largest, if you see here from this, I've created a file named largest of 2.exe. So let's call it largest of 2.exe, and it is prompting us to enter 2 digits. So let me enter 20 and 10, and 20 is the greatest. So let's try again. Let me reverse the numbers, 10 and 20. 20 is the greatest. So that is an example of an if else statement. something else before we wind up this one. If the statement inside an if statement or an else statement, it is one statement, there is no need to include the blesses. It's no need to include the blesses. This is the same, is all the same as the other program. This is the same, but if the statement inside this condition is just one statement, there's no need to include the blesses. But if it is there are multiple statements, there must be need to include these blesses. So that's another difference. You might wonder why are we not including blessed at some point. You find we have those blesses. That is the main difference. If it is one statement, no need. But if you feel like it's okay, doesn't cause your program not to run. So I hope that if a statement is understood all right. So what we have learned that is a compound statement is a block of statements. It's a block of code or statements that are executed sequentially. So from here up to here, that's a block of statement. Then from here, it's a block of statement. That means, but it's only one statement. If number 1 is greater than number 2, if that condition is true, then do this. If it is not true, skip it, come here, else do this one. So I hope that one is understood. Have a good time.